What's an excuse to call off work that a boss can't argue with? My phone rang during my shift at the construction site, Westbrook Elementary, my daughter's school. Your daughter is having a severe allergic reaction. We've called an ambulance. I ran for the ladder. My foreman spotted me, his face already red beneath his hard hat. The project was behind schedule, and he'd been on everyone's case all week. Where do you think you're going? My daughter, I don't want to hear it, he snapped. I have to go. You're done here. The entire crew watched as I left. Some looked away, embarrassed. Others just stared. I'd been with this company for 5 years, never late, never missed a day. This job paid our rent, my daughter's asthma medication, everything since my wife left us. But none of that mattered now. I broke every speed limit getting to St. Luke's Hospital. My hands wouldn't stop shaking on the steering wheel. When I arrived, they'd taken my daughter straight to the emergency room. The doctor explained another kid had shared a granola bar with hidden peanut butter at lunch. If the school hadn't used the EpiPen immediately, this could have been much worse. We'll need to keep her overnight for observation. I sat in the waiting room for hours, still in my dusty work clothes, hard hat on the chair beside me. When they finally let me see her, my daughter looked tiny in that hospital bed, an IV in her arm and monitors beeping steadily. Sorry about school, Daddy. Don't apologize, mija. You're going to be okay. She frowned at my work clothes. You left work? Is your boss mad? Even now, she was worrying about me. I forced a smile. Don't worry about that. That night, after she fell asleep, I checked my phone. 12 missed calls and a text from my boss. Final check Friday. Clean out your locker. Just like that. 5 years gone. I couldn't sleep. I sat beside my daughter thinking about bills and rent. The night nurse brought me coffee around 3 a.m. You should get some rest, she said. I'm fine, I lied. Around dawn, another nurse handed me my daughter's belongings from the ambulance. Her backpack, unicorn keychain with the glitter worn off, and her hospital bracelet. I stared at that plastic band, reading the emergency admission details, the timestamp, the doctor's initials. That's when I decided. Next morning, after my daughter's aunt arrived to stay with her, I drove to the construction site in my work clothes. The crew went silent as I approached. Some looked away, embarrassed. Others watched curiously. My boss was by the trailer with the project manager. Told you not to come back. Without a word, I placed my daughter's hospital bracelet on his plans. What's this? My daughter's emergency room bracelet from yesterday when she nearly died from anaphylactic shock while you were threatening my job. Silence fell across the site. Even the machinery seemed to pause. My boss examined the bracelet, his expression changing as he read the details. Jesus, I didn't know. Because you didn't ask. You assumed I was lying. My boss looked around at the crew, then back at me. The project manager suddenly became very interested in his phone. Look, there was no way for me to— There was. I cut him off. You could have asked instead of threatening me. My daughter's still in the hospital, but I came here anyway because I need this job. We both know I'm one of your best. So am I fired or not? My boss handed back the bracelet, clearing his throat. Take the week. Paid. Family comes first. I should have felt relieved, but I wasn't. That's not enough. What? How many guys have you fired without asking what happened? How many real emergencies did you ignore because you'd already made up your mind? My boss's face reddened, but not from anger this time. The project manager finally looked up from his phone. Boss, maybe we should consider an emergency leave policy. Other sites have implemented it with good results. My boss looked around at his crew, calculating the cost of standing his ground versus losing their respect. I'll look into it, he finally said. 3 weeks later, I was back at work. My daughter was better, with a new action plan at school. But something else had changed. A new laminated notice in the break room. Emergency leave policy. 3 paid family emergency days annually. No questions asked. Documentation only required upon return. It wasn't perfect, but it was something.